In this video, we'll be taking a look at 2 college basketball games happening on December 28, 2024, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 4 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 2 college basketball games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start: if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Ole Miss versus Memphis. The Ole Miss Rebels are set to hit the road this Saturday for a showdown against the Memphis Tigers. The Rebels, currently ranked 16th in the nation, are riding high on a 5-game winning streak and boast an impressive 11-1 record this season. They are gearing up for the Southeastern Conference schedule, which begins in January. On the other hand, the Memphis Tigers, with a 9-3 record, continue to challenge themselves with one of the most grueling non-conference schedules in college basketball. Their conference play in the American Athletic Conference kicks off on January 2nd. Despite their strong start to the season, Memphis enters this matchup on the heels of a disappointing loss. In their last outing, the Tigers faced Mississippi State, where they managed to score just 66 points while their defense allowed 79 points. So far this season, Memphis has averaged 78 points per game while conceding 76 points per contest. The Tigers are known for their up-tempo style of play, but their defense has occasionally struggled to keep pace, leading to inconsistent performances. Ole Miss, on the other hand, is brimming with confidence after securing 5 consecutive wins. Their most recent victory came against Queens, where they dominated with an 80-62 scoreline. In that game, 4 players for the Rebels scored at least 10 points, showcasing the team's depth and balanced scoring. Ole Miss is currently averaging 82 points per game while allowing just 64 points, reflecting their strong defensive effort. Their offense ranks 59th nationally, and their defense is even more impressive at 28th in the rankings. Memphis head coach Penny Hardaway has deliberately put his team through a tough non-conference schedule to prepare them for tournament play and the lighter American Athletic Conference slate. While the Tigers have secured notable wins, such as a victory over 2-time defending champions Connecticut, they've also experienced some surprising losses, including a home defeat to Arkansas State. Meanwhile, Ole Miss has played a less challenging schedule, with their only loss coming against a powerhouse Purdue team. The Rebels have secured solid wins over programs like Colorado State and Brigham Young University, but Memphis will likely be their toughest opponent to date, apart from Purdue. A critical factor in this matchup will be turnovers. The Rebels lead the nation in fewest turnovers per game and are ranked 3rd in forced turnovers, making them a highly efficient team. Conversely, the Tigers rank 320th in turnovers per game, a statistic that could prove costly against an Ole Miss team ranked 24th in offensive efficiency. This disparity in ball control is likely to give the Rebels an edge, as they capitalize on turnovers to generate easy scoring opportunities. Historically, the home team has emerged victorious in the last 5 meetings between these programs. However, Memphis has struggled against Southeastern Conference teams this season, as the Southeastern Conference has been the most dominant conference overall. Ole Miss appears to be finding their rhythm at the right time, and their well-rounded play makes them a strong contender in this matchup. So the Ole Miss Rebels to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. Both teams prioritize offense, setting the stage for a high-scoring affair. Ole Miss ranks 24th in adjusted offensive efficiency, averaging 118 points per 100 possessions, while Memphis is not far behind at 39th, with an average of 116 points per 100 possessions. The Rebels have been effective from beyond the arc, ranking 80th in three-point shooting at 36.3%, while the Tigers excel even more in this area, ranking 10th nationally at 40.5%. If Memphis can maintain a decent shooting percentage from deep, this game should comfortably surpass the projected total. Additionally, Memphis plays at a fast pace, ranking 73rd nationally in tempo, with 70.6 possessions per 40 minutes. However, their defensive struggles, ranking 241st in scoring defense, combined with their turnover woes, have been significant liabilities. Memphis' reliance on three-point shooting, coupled with the likelihood of a defense-like contest, suggests this game will see plenty of scoring. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. UCLA versus Gonzaga. The West Coast Hoops Showdown is set to take place on Saturday afternoon, where the number 22 ranked UCLA Bruins will face off against the number 14 ranked Gonzaga Bulldogs. This exciting matchup brings back memories of last season when these two teams met in the Maui Invitational, a game in which Gonzaga emerged victorious by a narrow margin of 4 points. UCLA enters this game after a heartbreaking loss to North Carolina at Madison Square Garden, where they fell 76-74 as 1.5-point favorites. Meanwhile, Gonzaga is coming off a dominant home victory over Bucknell, winning 86-65, though they failed to cover a massive 34.5-point spread. This game presents another opportunity for Gonzaga to continue their momentum with a statement win. In their recent game against Bucknell, the Bulldogs put up an impressive 86 points and secured a comfortable 21-point victory. For the season, Gonzaga has been an offensive powerhouse, averaging 89 points per game, although their defense gives up 69.4 points per contest. While their offense is ranked number 1 in the nation, their defense is far less impressive, ranked 136th. The Bulldogs' recent victories include wins over Nishals and Bucknell, and upcoming matchups with Pepperdine, Portland, and Loyola Marymount are on the horizon. UCLA, on the other hand, faced a tough test in their last game against North Carolina, and while they were competitive, they ultimately came up short, losing 76-74. At halftime, the Bruins were leading 42-40, but they faltered in the second half and couldn't close out the game. UCLA's offense ranks 114th in the nation, while their defense is significantly stronger, ranked 7th overall. The Bruins season includes wins over Prairie View Agricultural and Mechanical, a loss to North Carolina, and they will next face Nebraska, Michigan, and Maryland. This upcoming game will see Gonzaga travel to California for a non-conference showdown with UCLA. The game will be held at the Intuit Dome in Inglewood, the home arena of the Los Angeles Clippers. Although this is technically a neutral site game, it is closer to UCLA's campus, making it somewhat of a semi-home game for the Bruins, as opposed to their usual home court at Pauley Pavilion. With both teams ranked inside the top 25 in the latest AP poll, this game promises to be one of the most exciting of the day. Gonzaga enters as the number 14 team in the country and boasts one of the most potent offenses in college basketball, while UCLA is known for having one of the best defenses. UCLA excels at forcing turnovers, but Gonzaga's ball handling should allow them to avoid significant issues, as they are led by All-West Coast Conference point guard Ryan Nembhard. 10 Palm ranks Gonzaga as number 9 in turnover percentage, so they should be able to navigate UCLA's defensive pressure with ease. While UCLA's defense is ranked number 1 in turnover percentage, Gonzaga's superior offensive skill set will likely prove to be the deciding factor in this game. Additionally, Gonzaga's defense is ranked number 24 in defensive efficiency and excels at limiting three-point shooting. In fact, they are ranked number 2 nationally in opposing three-point percentage, according to team rankings. One of the key advantages for Gonzaga in this matchup is their significant size advantage, particularly in the paint. UCLA's tallest starter is 6'9" by Lodow, who plays more as a perimeter player and is unlikely to be able to compete physically with the larger Gonzaga frontcourt. The Zags have dominant big men in Ike and Huff, who are their top 2 scorers, and UCLA will need to dig deep into their bench to match up with them. While Gonzaga can match UCLA on the perimeter with their 4 athletic guards, each of whom averages over 10 points per game, the Bulldogs' superior size and depth will be a major factor. This game marks the 5th consecutive season that these two teams have met, with Gonzaga having won all 4 previous matchups outright, though the two teams are split 2-2 against the spread. Although this game is technically a neutral site contest, it is essentially a home game for UCLA due to its proximity to their campus. The Bruins have had an impressive season so far, but their struggles in the second half against North Carolina raise questions about their ability to keep up with Gonzaga's explosive offense. Only 3 UCLA players are currently scoring in double figures, and only one of them averages more than 11 points per game. In contrast, Gonzaga is stacked with scoring talent and excels in other areas as well, particularly on the boards. The Bulldogs have been dominant in recent meetings with UCLA, boasting a 6-1 straight-up record and a 4-3 against the spread record over the last 7 games against the Bruins. Given Gonzaga's status as one of the top teams in the nation, we believe they will prove their dominance in this game. The Bulldogs are deep, hungry for a statement win, and motivated after losing their last 2 games against ranked opponents. This is their last chance to secure a notable victory before entering conference play, as the West Coast Conference lacks top-tier teams. Therefore, the Gonzaga Gonzaga Bulldogs to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. In terms of the total, the last 4 meetings between these two teams have split evenly, with each side winning 2 games against the total. Together, they have averaged 154 points per game in those contests. UCLA's offense has been inconsistent, often adjusting to the flow of the game, and in this matchup, they will be tasked with trying to keep pace with Gonzaga's high-powered attack. Despite ranking 253rd in tempo, according to Ken Palm, UCLA ranks 60th in adjusted offense, indicating they can score even without pushing the pace. The Bruins have reached 80 points or more in 6 games this season. Gonzaga, on the other hand, boasts the best scoring offense in the country, ranking 3rd in Ken Palm's adjusted offense and 55th in tempo, so they prefer to keep things moving. The Bulldogs have scored at least 84 points in 6 of their last 8 games and in 9 games overall this season. Gonzaga's fast-paced style will likely dominate the tempo of the game, and with 6 players averaging double figures in scoring, their depth will present problems for UCLA. The Bruins, a perimeter-oriented team, will look to capitalize on their speed advantage, particularly with Bilodeau on the floor. However, Gonzaga's size and depth on the inside will allow them to impose their will on both ends of the floor. Given the team's offensive firepower, we expect this game to be high-scoring, and as a result, over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.